Healthcare is one of the most pressing issues and discussed topics in society today, and people are demanding more information about how their healthcare is provided. Proteus Biomedical of Redwood City, California is working to bridge the information gap between patients, physicians, providers, and pharmaceutical companies. Proteus's flagship product, the Raisin, has been developed over the last 7 years and succeeds in providing the information required to change the way medicine is prescribed, administered, and developed.
The revolutionary Raisin technology includes two key components, which are the ingestible event marker and the digestible non-toxic battery. When the pill is swallowed by the user, it passes down the digestive system into the stomach. Stomach acids then activate the battery, which then emits up to 4 minutes of power to the ingestible event marker. The ingestible event marker then transmits a unique time-stamped identification code through the vibrations of the tissues of the body to a receiver in the form of either a patch on the skin or an implanted receiver underneath the skin of the abdomen of the user. The receiver then collects extra data, including respiratory rate, heart rate, dose, and activity of the user. All this data is then transmitted to an external device in the form of a smartphone, a computer, or database within the network. Within minutes of the transmission, the Raisin technology is then broken down within the digestive system and safely passed out of the body with no harm to the user.
Because of Raisin's ability to be attached to any kind of pill, a variety of different people can use it. A particular focus will be on elderly, patients with Alzheimer's, mentally handicapped patients, and anyone who requires daily medication to help stabilize potentially critical conditions. The feedback Raisin provides can be sent to family members, caretakers, and possibly physicians. Raisin is not only changing the world of medicine of today, but of tomorrow as well. By its ability to relay information, Raisin will be able to change the way medicine is tested and the way patients are monitored. For example, after a patient undergoes surgery, they are often required to take medication as pain persists. However, if a patient is taking too much medication, a physician may be alerted that the patient is either abusing the medication or that the pain is too intense. Raisin can also improve drug quality through feedback to pharmaceutical companies. For example, Pfizer in 2008 spent $2.3 billion on research and development. Part of those costs included collecting feedback on medication already in the market. Through Raisin's information and feedback, companies like Pfizer will be able to reduce prices and increase quality.
Proteus Biomedical is working hand in hand with the FDA to put the Raisin system through rigorous tests. We believe that Raisin is safe, but we also know it's important to prove to the FDA and to the American people that the Raisin system is safe and effective. Because the regulations and restrictions and barriers to entry into the Asian and European markets are less stringent than in the United States, we've chosen to implement Raisin first in those markets. Using the data collected from those markets, we'll be able to prove to the FDA and to the American people that this is a product that is both safe and useful. Yes, Raisin is safe. Throughout the 7-year design process of Raisin, it's been a key component of the design process that every aspect of Raisin must be safe, with no side effects, no detrimental effects to the user. Raisin uses materials that have been proven non-toxic and to break down within the body's digestive system. As well, the transmissions from Raisin utilize vibrations and waves within the body's tissues to transmit information rather than using radio waves. And the transmissions outside of the body use low intensity waves so as not to affect the tissues within the body. Yes, Raisin is secure as well. When the ingestible event marker transmits, it transmits a unique identification code which is only linked to the pill which the identification marker was connected to. When that identification marker is paired with the data that is received by the receiver and transmitted out, it's transmitted without any identifying information about the actual patient who took the pill. That information is kept at the pharmacy where the pills are dispensed. The user controls who has access to their identification information, and that information can be mated to the information gathered by Raisin only at the user's permission. Thus, anyone trying to intercept your data via interception of the transmission from Raisin would get medical data that had absolutely no identification of the user, only the pill that was taken. By the time Raisin hits the U.S. market, we expect costs to be lower than 2 cents per pill. This cost can be even further offset by contributing data to pharmaceutical companies for their own studies and research and development. This can lower the price for the user all the way down to zero, providing patients with this technology free of charge.